Right now I'm standing right outside of the door to the upper room. The upper room was the place where Jesus celebrated the Lord's Supper when he sent his disciples ahead of him and said to go, you'll find a place that's furnished. There, he said, make ready. And this was the place where Jesus met with his disciples. He gathered them together here in the upper room. This is where Jesus, remember, disrobed himself, and with a towel, he washed the disciples' feet, and he gave them instructions about the Holy Spirit. He told them to wash one another's feet like I have washed your feet. And he told them about the Holy Spirit that would come after I ascend into heaven. I'm going to send you a comforter. He'll teach you and lead you and guide you into all truth. And then Jesus also, on the day of Pentecost, he had given instructions to his disciples. He said to tarry at Jerusalem until you be endued with power from on high. And this is where the disciples would have been gathered together. And this is the same place where Thomas would have had Jesus Christ appear as well when the disciples had been gathered together. And Jesus appeared on a Sunday morning. And then 8 days later, the following Sunday, he appeared to Thomas where he turned over the palms of his hands and showed him the spear pierce in his side. And this was the place where he told them to tarry until they be endued with power from on high. And the Holy Spirit came down right here in this upper room. And then they all began to speak with tongues of many languages, with a loudness that came down from heaven, a shout, a mighty wind, and cloven tongues of fire came upon the disciples. And from this place, many gathered because they heard the disciples speaking in many languages and asked what this was all about. How could they be drunk in an early hour of the morning, 9 o'clock? And Peter explains, we're not drunken as you suppose. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. So you could say it was right from this very spot that the gospel sprouted. The Spirit came down upon the disciples, empowered them, enabled them to go into all the world and preach the gospel. Acts chapter 1 verse 8 was being fulfilled. You will receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you'll be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and unto the uttermost parts of the earth. So the Spirit of God descended right from this area here upon the disciples in this upper room, which we're going to take you and show you what it's like inside this upper room right now.
You say there's but in the years of the center,